Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today's the last day on this transmission. We're gonna go out there and show you what I came up with, and we're just gonna let it go at that and hope for the best. I do have to address one comment. We all know who this one is.
I wouldn't even worry about it.
But supposedly there's no ground in this transmission. So hey, I'll explain it when we get there. But hang on. Here we go. Last day on the transmission, and we got to get on to something else, man. And if the transmission's still screwed, it's screwed. Right, LP?
Yeah, I'm tired of messing with it.
Yeah, taking up too much time.
Yeah.
But here we go. Let's go for a ride. All right, guys, this might not be the best video in the world because I'm tired. I've been slaving away on this transmission so long. I'm tired of messing with it, and I'm wore out. But here's what we're going to do first, okay? So we got our pressure sensors. This is out of 84. This one's out of 85. And basically all there are is a pressure switch. When this thing hits pressure, it grounds this thing out. It sends ground to the lockup solenoid. And I'll cover some of that here in a little bit, but that's the first thing we need to do. Make sure one of these things is doing what it's supposed to do. And I'm thinking 90 pound of pressure in the back of this thing, we should get ground, right? So we got to round up a battery and bring it in here and ground it, and then hook this up to the ground on the battery. And then we'll hook our test light up to the positive side of the battery and just touch her right here when I put pressure to it. And that should tell us if this thing is actually working, right? All right, well, Lars is in control of the phone. This is gonna be pretty easy. We already checked this, and I want you to watch this, right? You see it? Right there. Yeah, I think that one's shot. Ain't no sense in going any more than that. Let's try this one. All right, here's the one out of the 84. Let's look at there. We don't have stuff going anywhere, right?
Yep, that one.
Once again,
like you're saying.
Here we go. That one's fried.
Hey man, you think that might cause a loss of pressure?
No, not that. Oh Lord, because you know, some reason this would not be affecting anything in that transmission. But there you go, we got it. Let's stick this one in there and go from there. All right, guys, I hope you got the idea what's going on.
Doing my happy dance.
Yeah. So I think that's 100% of the problem with fourth gear, because that sits on that fourth gear pressure chamber, right, and it kicks it in. So if that thing is leaking like that, dude, there's no pressure getting to fourth. But we're gonna carry on, and then we're gonna find out. You know, because according to some person that knows it all, 700 R4s don't have grounds in the transmission. So let's carry on. Let's put this back in and see if we don't get ground, right? All right, guys, we got our golden nugget, right? I think this is going to solve our problem. Let's head out here, put this thing in, put this transmission back together, and show y'all this transmission does have a ground, because this controls the ground. So here we go. Here we go. So we're going to tighten this pressure sensor down, right? This should stop our pressure issue. And then we're going to address the wiring situation and just let it be what it is. But yeah, it ain't hard to get to that stuff, man. Just pair of pliers, vice grips, and just snug her down. Alright, so now we're gonna hook up our ground wire, right? Because there's no ground wires in a $700 floor. And
So they say.
yeah, just push her on there good and tight.
Well,
Good and tight. Good and tight.
easier said than done.
Yeah.
I think it's on there.
There you go. Right?
Then we're gonna run that.
Then we're gonna run this straight back to the ground on the solenoid. But there's no ground in this transmission. And that should kick our solenoid on every time we get pressure on that pressure valve. And we should have our problem solved. Alright guys, so here's what we're doing. We messed around with the harness coming in and got the power onto the dark brown wire, which runs over to that lock-up solenoid, right? We run a ground wire from our pressure switch right here. Well, because there's no ground in the transmission. But basically, this chamber feeds this cylinder via that passage and creates pressure on the back of this valve, which grounds it out, and then the ground wire goes over and kicks the cylinder. Right? I think that's pretty simple electronic, you know, one-on-one stuff. We did omit the temperature sensor, but all the wiring and everything's still tucked up under here. And I think that's about it, but I really want to address it. There's no way you can have a 12-volt source at any point and not have a ground somewhere. Because if you don't have the ground, the 12-volt source won't work. Same as 110 AC. So, yeah, stupid people saying stupid crap. But there you go. I think we got this solved. I think the number one problem was this pressure sensor. Because every time it built pressure, it was just blowing by it. And it wasn't getting pressure up into the fourth gear. So there you go. Let us put this oil pan stuff back on here and we'll take it for a drive tomorrow. Well guys, I know we look like a bunch of floating heads, but
Oh yeah, we did something though.
we got it right. Main problem was that pressure valve. That solved everything. We still got to do a little adjusting on the cable.
Yeah.
Pressure cable, but dude, she's there now.
But you know, there was ground down in there. Can
They-
you believe it?
There ain't no way it's ground in that transmission.
That's what people say, but
I don't understand why you got to have ground to make 12-volt work, but hey, that's what we do. Look, all kidding aside, I think we got the transmission problem solved. We took it for a little ride, and everything locked up perfect. So, back to tuning. We'll see y'all in the next one.
that's right.
Y'all take care.